Well, good morning, guys. It got really cold last night. I don't know how cold, because I don't have a thermometer, but we got up and got a little bit of fire going. Well, I think we about made it to the top. Woo! Hat off. Old man sweating. Well, guys, we got about a mile to go, I figure. And pack slider, because I just sucked my bladder dry. So no more water for the last mile. Well, good morning, guys. It got really cold last night. I don't know how cold, because I don't have a thermometer, but we got up and got a little bit of fire going, just enough to warm up. Have a breakfast skillet, a coffee. There's Sheba. There's Les and Mike over there. We'll sit here and have some breakfast, and after a while, get things packed up and get back on the trail. We only done 4 miles yesterday, so if the map is right, I got about 8 to do today. But I'll get back with you in a little while once we get our breakfast down and get things packed back up and get ready to head out. So I'll see you on the trail. Sheba, Sheba. Camera hound. Guys, if you remember yesterday, I said I would show you my pillow, and then I didn't. This is it. It's not completely inflated. It's lost some air overnight just from it being cold. But that's how big it gets, and it packs down to that. It's not enough by itself. That's why I carried the other pillow too. But it was nice last night. I did sleep pretty good except for the cold. So I want to show you that before I'm packing things up. So guys, I want to show you my trip so far and what I got planned for today. We started right here, which is a Hercules Glades fire tower. Nice little area. You've seen it in my video. We took this lower trail all the way across, and these are the other side trails. The Pine Hollow Trail, the Cedar Trail. And then we branched off right here and came down to the falls and spent the night. Well, today we're going to backtrack, get back on this trail, and we're going to pass the first Devil's Den trail and come all the way down to this one, come up, come back across, and then right in here is the Pilot Knob. Now, I don't know, I'm going to guess it's popular enough. There's probably a trail coming up to it, but we're going to go up and check out the Pilot Knob and then come all the way back to the campground. So that's what we got planned for today. The whole trip was supposed to be 12 miles. We did 3.5, 4 miles yesterday, so it looks like we got about 8 miles to do today. And then we'll see whether we're going to continue on to another spot or not. So I about got everything packed up, I believe. We get the pack on, get Sheba's pack on, and we're going to get ready to get back on the trail, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, guys, it was a pleasure meeting you. And for everybody on the other side of the camera, that's Les, that's Mike. Glad we got to hang out. Yeah, it was. Les, I'm sure I'll be hearing from you.
Certainly will.
All right. We'll see you guys on the trail.
Thanks, bud.
Let's get going. Well, guys, we're saying goodbye to this beautiful area. It was absolutely a pleasure to stay at last night and visit with a couple of guys. Don't usually, hold on a second. Don't usually run into people on the trail too much. I think we're gonna head this way back to the trail instead of following the trail. It's kind of boring. So we're gonna walk up the creek bed let you see a little bit more of where we're at while we head back to the trail. And like I showed you on the map, we got to backtrack a little bit. I'm pretty sure I know where the trail is that we're going to take today. Heck, I made it this far. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Come on, Sheba. She's going to wear herself out. You watch. Look at her go. As soon as I put the pack on, she headed up the trail. She knew where we were going. I didn't shoot a lot from camp, and I wanted to, but you know, when you got people, I didn't want to invade their privacy too much. Ugh. People that aren't used to this sort of thing, shooting video. But they were really nice. And Les just lives in Neosho. He's retired. So I think we're going to be hooking up for some trips ourselves someday. But for now, you've already seen all this. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, as you can see, trail splits off. That's the way we came from, right there. I believe this is the trail we're looking for. It's going to head north and then back west. And then we should take the second trail we see that heads north, like I showed you on the map. So let's head this way and see what we can find. There's a decent little climb out of that valley from the falls. But we're up now, heading west. And it's flattened out. Got a nice breeze. And I tell you, it got cold last night. My 40-degree bag didn't cut it. Me and Sheba were both cold. So, any more hiking this year, sorry, the sun was fading me out, I think. We're gonna have to go back to the High Sierra 75-liter pack so I can carry my 0-degree bag. And I don't know about her because she was pretty cold. I tried to keep her covered up with the poncho liner, but she kept kicking it off. So we'll have to see if I do any more while it's cold. I may have to find somebody to watch her or get her some cold weather clothes for her. Get a Sheba sweater. So, like I said, this trail is kind of flattened out. We're up the top of this hill. Nice and breezy. So we should make some good time now. I almost dread the idea of going back to that High Sierra just because this no limits 50-liter really fits well. It's comfortable. I don't put any weight on my shoulders at all. Oh, and Mike had a luggage scale, I guess you would call it. He said his wife got him. So I weighed my pack before I even hit the trail yesterday. And with food and water and everything else, it was 35 pounds. Which, trust me, is lighter than what I used to carry. So that was nice. This trail is really rocky. I keep waiting to trip and fall. Haven't yet. But we're gonna keep going. I got spider webs in front of me, so I'm gonna knock them down. See you at the next intersection. All right, guys, there is what I believe to be the first Devil's Den trail, because according to the map, it was right after an S curve in the trail. We've already passed that. Focus right there, right in the center. See that kind of S's back to the right and back to the left. We're gonna go on to here and then up and back across. So we'll continue on in this direction. Guys, there's something off in that direction. It's so dense I can't see it. And I may not ever, oh, it's a big, huge woodpecker. He's pretty too. I don't know if I can get him on camera though. I don't know where he went now. Beautiful. I heard him banging around. I don't know where he went. Gosh darn it. Well, darn. Let's keep going. Guys, I'm not sure where the trail is that heads back north, but this is a really pretty area. Check this out. There was a creek bed back here. I don't know if that's where we're supposed to go, or we'll figure it out. I can't see us going any further in that direction. But we'll go that ways for a little ways. See what we can find. If not, we'll backtrack and catch the other Devil's Den trail up, because I know where it is. But for now, we're going to check this area out and then turn around if we have to. But this is really pretty. All right, let's see where this leads us. All right, from where that little camp spot was down there, and we continued on straight. I know we're not supposed to cross that creek. It goes back to another trailhead. So I came back to the campground and we found this trail, basically heading north, east, northeast. That's the direction we should be going. So we're gonna make an educated assumption and take this trail. We'll find out if we're right or not. That's all part of the fun. Onward in our wilderness adventure. Well, I think we about made it to the top. Woo! Hat off. Old man sweating. That was a heck of a climb. This trail is kind of hard to see with the leaves and stuff. She was pretty good at finding it. I ain't so bad either. I'll stop here and catch my breath and then keep going. Guys, we're about to the north end of this trail, I think, because now we've kind of started heading a little northwest, and that's what the map shows. We've come across another one of them big grassy areas. See off kind of in the distance there, it just continues. Opened up here. We're in the sun, but there's a nice breeze. We've been in cover for a while now. So now we're back out in the open. We'll see how long that lasts. Achiba! That's about the oddest trail marker I've ever seen. But I believe we are at the northern end of the westerly Devil's Den Trail. And I say we're going that direction now. And I'll check the compass to be sure, but focus. We are right there. Just came up that Devil's Den Trail, and that's what I mean about the westerly Devil's Den Trail, because there's another one there. We are right there, and the blue, if we was to hang a left, I don't know where that goes, but that's west. We're going east, and that was quite a hike. At times a hard trail to follow. So we're going to take a break here, get some water, relax for a little bit, and then head that way. Well guys, we followed this trail for quite a ways and just no views. I don't know where this trail goes, so we're gonna turn around and go back to the main trail. You just can't see anything in here, just more forest. I'll try to capture something if I get a glimpse. See ya. Guys, we come to another trail junction. It says Long Creek, if you can see that over there. That's not on my map. I have this guy says Cedar or Pine Hollow. I don't have a Long Creek trail, but I'm using the same map I used last time, or at least from the same guy. So who knows? I think it's the Cedar Creek Trail or Cedar Trail. What's this one say? Oh, it just says tower to the right, and that's where we're going. So to the tower. I'll have to look at this on somebody else's map because they're calling that Long Creek. I don't have a Long Creek on my map. But if I'm right about where we are, we got about 4 miles to go. So we'll keep trucking on that way. Well, there's another sign that says Long Creek, just like the last one did. I'm gonna guess, as far as my map is concerned, that's the Pine Hollow Trail, which takes you to Long Creek. That's probably what it is. They're not marking the trails, they're just telling you that takes you to the pilots, the pilot knobs, and that way goes to Long Creek. But we want to go to the tower, which there is no sign for that. We're going to keep going in this direction. Well guys, we got about a mile to go, I figure. And pack slider, because I just sucked my bladder dry. So no more water for the last mile. And as I've mentioned the smelling roses before, when you hike in these areas around here, I mean, we started at a fire tower. Where are you gonna guess that's at? Yep, top of the hill, up that way. So we got the last mile to go, uphill, back to the Jeep. See you in a little bit. Guys, we have made it out of the National Forest wilderness. This is a different trailhead than the one we started at. But I'll show you. We just made a big loop, but they don't join except for here. There's the Jeep, which appears to be intact. We'll do final thoughts and trip stats, as always, once I get this pack off. Alright guys, made it back to the car. That was a good trip. I like this trail. As with any of the wilderness trails I've done, it was hard to follow a couple of times. But that's why we do this, is to learn and have fun, get lost, and get found. Total trip stats were 12.8 miles, average speed 1.6 miles an hour. And a lot of that was because on day 2. And out of that 12.8, we only done 3.5 miles the first day. So we done 9.3 today. Highest elevation gain was 1,347 feet. Total ascent 2,399 feet. So not as difficult as the last trail we done, and not as hot, thank God. It got really cold last night. My 20-degree bag was not enough. Me and Sheba both got cold. I had to build a fire as soon as we got up this morning, because it was chilly. That's about it. I'll upload stats when I get somewhere where I can get a signal, because I don't get one here. I want to thank you for joining me. And oh, we were planning on leaving here and going to Devil's Backbone Wilderness, which is just east of here, and doing part of the Ozark Trail, but that's not going to happen. I am not going to push myself or Sheba. I was sick for 2.5 weeks before we come out here. Only got maybe one good day of rest, so I'm pretty beat. We'll save it for another trip. But until next time, remember, get out and live life.